Alright guys, it's now time to take a look at the paint schemes from the Henry 180 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So without further ado, here we go. First up we got Annett in a different paint scheme for once. It's the number 1 All-State Peterbilt Group Chevrolet Camaro. I gotta say, once again, it's nice to see a different paint scheme on Annett's car for once. It's obviously decked out in patriotic colors with red, white, and blue, obviously, but you got stars. It looks like they're streaking through the galaxy with that different stretch here. This part here makes it look like they're flying through the sky foremost, and they're in different colors too. Well, mostly red and white, but yeah, you got red. Well, I like how they have blue on the top, red in the middle here, and blue on the bottom, and this patch here white. It'd been interesting if they did this part mostly blue, but I like it the way it is. And you got the blue car number as well, which I like with the red outline. So I gotta give Annett credit for changing up the paint scheme for once. I mean, I don't mind his regular pilot flying J scheme, but a different paint scheme every week makes me happy sometimes, because you gotta take a break from that primary scheme for once. I know they'll be back on his car again later on this year. Which race, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see which race it pops up, of when it pops up on his car. Not to mention that he's doing Knoxville this Friday. Anyways, Snyder driving the number, he drove the number 2 Shoreline Chevrolet Camaro. This was on his car for Road America last year when he was driving for RSS Racing, the 93, but I think the yellow was much darker. All this is, it's just a simple yellow scheme on the top with black on the bottom, and then you got these black and white lines here, and that's pretty much it. Nothing too special. It'd be interesting if they add designs, but this thing's just a simple yellow and black scheme, that's all. Justin Allgaier drove his typical number 7 Brandt scheme. Sam Mayer drove the number 8 QPS Employment Group Chevrolet Camaro with some interesting colors. It's got white here along the side with black on the top. Got a green car number, which looks interesting. You also got bits of green here along the bottom. And it kind of looks like they put this over Allgaier's car, because you can see bits of red and the unmistakable red and the yellow corn here along the bottom. So yeah, it looks like they took Allgaier's picture and put this over as a patch almost, and you can see the red here on the front too. So that's kind of weird, or maybe it was just how they just edited the photo, edited Sam Mayer's scheme onto Allgaier's scheme. Yeah, this is really interesting right here, that's for sure. But I do like the paint scheme, don't get me wrong. Too bad he had that scary accident during the race, though. Oh well. Noah Gregorson, typical BPS BRCC scheme. I think you know what I mean by those initials. Hamrick drove his typical Poppy Bank scheme, unsurprisingly. Brandon Jones drove the Toyota Supra again. Harrison Burton in his typical Dex imaging scheme. Austin Cindric drove the number 22 Richmond Menards Ford Mustang. Natalie Decker was back in the 23 this weekend with, it was like, I forgot what it was. I think it was like an energy drink or something. I'll just do this once, because why not? Nerd Focus, that's what it was called. And she had N29 Technologies on her car again, which we've seen before in the truck series. It's mostly black on this front half, and the rest of the car is mostly white. And you also got red street records here on the side, and the green car number as well. So yeah, nothing too special about this painting, but it's okay. Jeremy Clements drove the number 51 white-tail smokeless tobacco-free chew Chevrolet Camaro, and gotta tell you, this one, wow, the 2017 winner had his car decked out in, well, most of his car is consumed by the American flag from front to almost the back here, while the rest of the cars has this white panel, obviously for the sponsor, and the top of the car was like, oh, that's blue. I thought it was black almost. So overall, not too bad. I'll give him credit for the scheme. I like it. They could have painted the wheels, the rims white though. Anyways, yeah. Kyle Busch drove the number 54 M&M's ice cream Toyota Supra. All this is it's basically his M&M scheme, but has a picture of Red holding a M&M's ice cream sandwich. Same thing on the front as well. And it appears that, well, I wasn't sure if he was going to go for 4 at first, but he did it anyway. So yeah, nothing too special as far as the rest of the car is concerned, so I'm not going to bother. Ty Gibbs, this time he was in the 5th JGR entry, that being the 81. And this time he had sponsorship. And was I surprised he was sponsored by Monster Energy? Nah. But it was really cool to see him and Riley Herbst in dual Monster Energy schemes. That's for sure. Also, what's that team? XCI Racing. Does that team still exist? I think they still do, but I think they're on a hiatus of some sort. Anyhow, this is basically a scheme from the 54, but on the 81 as far as Ty Gibbs is concerned. I like this scheme though. And of course, here's Riley Herbst in his typical Monster Energy scheme, unsurprisingly so. Yeah. And last but not least for Xfinity, the other Cup guy that was in the field, which was none other than Kevin Harvick in the number 99 HenryUSA.com Ford Mustang. Honestly, just like Chase Briscoe, Harvick is the second Stewart-Haas driver to pilot the 99 for BJ McLeod Motorsports. At least he gave that team a run for its money, that's for sure. Same thing with Andy Lally, who drove the 5 car. Oh, and speaking of Andy Lally, I know it's not on here, but Andy Lally's drove the number 5 BJ McLeod Motorsports Toyota Supra, and it was decked out in a cool-looking Jeff Bodine throwback. And I have to admit, it looked pretty cool. It had the typical Jeff Bodine font and all that. So yeah. Anyway, sorry I'm going off topic. This paint scheme kind of gives me some Tony Stewart vibes with the orange, black, and white, because it kind of reminds me of the Home Depot car almost. But instead it's got the black number, this white and black patch here along the bottom. You got HenryUSA.com here. Got a black patch here and a white patch here. And I like how they did the outline here, because it would look weird if the white just went straight through the 99, of course. They could have painted, well, actually, you know what, the black kind of goes together well with this paint scheme, not gonna lie. But, actually, you know what, it is what it is, not gonna complain too much about it. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank y'all for watching. This has been Chase Fan number 9 with that. I'll see you this weekend for Knoxville and Atlanta. And with that, thank you for watching and have a good one. Alright, bye-bye.